Good morning. Oh, I gotta fix this stand here. Good morning. I hope everyone had a great sleep. I'm gonna talk about the dream state a little bit. I didn't write it down, but somebody lost something, like a table or something, or like a tabletop, or like, I don't know, they bought something and they lost a piece of it. They lost a piece of something. So it's like a set and they lost a piece to it. Or it's like a piece to a high chair. I don't know what it is. It's something that connects to something else. And they lost it. They lost a piece to it. Random side note. Okay, in my dream, there was a couple wanting to be in a poly relationship. They wanted a woman to be in their relationship. But these people, they drank a lot. Like, they drank a lot. Like, I'm hearing winos. Winos. They're winos. They like to drink wine. They wanted this woman in their life because they feel like they're a good caregiver. And that she had money. Okay, so I don't know. Not religious. They're not religious. It wasn't a religious thing. It was like, they actually wanted to be in a poly relationship, but there was reasonings for it, right? Which made it weird. It made it wrong. It made it as they would be abusing this person if they brought them in on a poly relationship, because they'd be using them. It'd be wrong because they would be using them for not only their caregiving skills, but financially as well. I knew that she was gonna do that. She blew me a kiss. Yeah. So don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's rude. That's rude. And what do you expect this person to be like? Like your fucking nanny? Your nanny that gives you money? Like what? See, I'm kind of disgusted by that. So that won't work, okay? Also, somebody's impotent. Like, maybe not impotent. I don't know what impotent is. Maybe they can get up, okay? They can get up and get active, but they can't have children, okay? Somebody fears that if you are with somebody who's fertile, you'll have a child. And it very well could be, okay? Sometimes we're infertile until the right person comes in our life, and then God flips the switch. Sometimes. Okay, there's also other routes, right? There's such thing as surrogacy, okay? Where your egg and their sperm get inserted, okay? They combine the two and insert it, okay, into a host. So that is always an option. I was going to be a surrogate mother before I really, really thought about it, because I'm a good host. And I like being pregnant. It makes me feel healthy. That is always an option. yeah, sometimes when people think that they can't have kids, they haven't tried every option, right? Maybe they've put themselves on medication, which is like the last route. I don't even think I'd ever even do that, man. Change your diet, you'll get pregnant. Don't eat carbs and sugar, you'll get pregnant. Yeah. That was a dream state. And somebody also wanted this chocolate bar with something inside of it. They were like fiending to order it. Okay, they had to order it online. Eye for an eye. Be kind. Be kind. God is going to bless someone because they were really in an unfair relationship. They're in an unfair relationship, okay? And the energy that they brought to the table and the energy that their partner brought to the table is like, once you move on from that person, it's going to balance itself out, man. Somebody's going to have like a great, move on to great things. And the other person that was doing the eye for an eye shit is going to move on to exactly what they deserve. Coward. Blessing in disguise. Somebody feels like a coward because like someone else was supposed to be a blessing in their life and they treated it like cowardly, and now they want to be kind. Or maybe because this person treated you so cowardly and you treated them so kind, the blessing in disguise is the fact that you get a second chance with it's either loving self or finding that self-love and changing this within self, okay, that being the blessing, or you realizing that something before that was a blessing, you treat it like a coward when they were kind, and that is the blessing for you to go try again and that person to allow you back because they're very kind, okay, very kind. Somebody feels like a coward here and then in turn got treated like that. Lesson is to be kind, not always believe everything that you hear. Understand that some people try to act like a blessing and they're wearing a mask. Motive. These people wanted you to look like a coward. They set it up that way. They knew that this person was kind. They knew that this person would be your blessing in disguise. So that's what gave them motive. Gemini. There's a Gemini whose mask has fallen off. Their disguise has fallen off. They look like a coward. Somebody's learning a huge lesson here. And also somebody's found motive. Somebody has found someone's motive. Coward. So somebody's motive screams coward. Coward. It's like somebody knew a secret of someone's and they're like, yep, I'm here and kill them. Kill them. Kill them. For your secret? Kill them for your secret. Like what? I don't get that. Like why don't you just not do that thing that you're so ashamed of? Why don't you just not be a coward? Okay? And have other people pay for what the fuck you do? Like, what? I don't even understand. I'm grateful that I don't understand that type of shit. Like, it's real grimy. Somebody lied on someone. and acted like it was something else, so that people would have motive to like attack this person. But the real reason is that this person figured them out. Figured out what they were trying to hide here, Sagittarius. And I'm getting like it's a sexual thing. It's what they're hiding. It's sexual. Be humble. Heal. Yeah, somebody's healing anyways. Somebody's healing anyways. Okay? Somebody like... I'm getting like... Somebody likes sex with like a lot of people. A lot of people and the same sex. And this is what they're trying to disguise. In like a real cowardice way. Ancestors don't have your back. They've seen everything you did. And they're on the side of healing, right? They don't care about what you're shameful of. Are you kidding me? That's why you wanted to end somebody? This will be released. Okay? You will be found guilty. Yes. And you tried to project this onto somebody else, man. That's who you are. And like in weird ways, something's weird about it. Something is weird about it that you didn't want people to know. You don't even know that this person knows, or maybe you do, but you just know that they are very in tune with their intuition. And they know all about you. Just don't do that then. Quit having sex with all those people then. Backdoor. There's a community hoe who's trying to backdoor someone. Like if you were in a relationship with this person and it ended, or they're trying to make you feel insecure by any means, like laughing at you or like downplaying your situation or anything like that, know that that person is just taking something out on you and you made the right decision. Allow that to be your confirmation to move on and you made the right decision. Because of course they're going to do that. Right? People always do that when they feel like they've been outplayed, or when they feel like they've failed. They'll have that last outburst, right? They'll have that last like Hail Mary to hurt your feelings. It's pathetic, but it happens. Just allow that to be your confirmation. Justice, action, decisions, clarity. Okay, these people wanted you to see their perception of things. Okay, but your perception is just way too balanced for theirs to be any sort of credible, right? These people are very incredible. And not like incredible, like uncredible, like no credit. Why should anyone believe anything that you say? Because you constantly lie. And this person's constantly balanced. You constantly hear truth come out of this person's mouth that makes you feel peace within. Okay? Very clear, concise, direct. Okay? The decisions that you make and the decisions that this person makes, the contrast between them is like, I'd be an idiot to say that this person was false and that you were true. Right? Like that would make me an idiot. Like, do you think I'm dumb? Okay, that's how people are, like, seeing this. Like, what? That's how clear it is. Somebody has clarity. Very obvious. Very obvious. What do you do in life? What does this person do in life? What does this person do in a day? What do you do in a day? Problem solved. Question answered. Assumption attained. Okay. This person heals, man. Somebody's healing is like, somebody fears somebody else is healing. Like, you did some like abominable shit when somebody else is healing puts fear into you. Right? Right. Someone's trying to hide someone too, like behind the scenes trying to hide someone. See how she's like hidden in that tower? Ooh, someone's also like walking on eggshells when it comes to like a love. Someone's also in love with someone secretly in love with someone. Could be a healer. They fear. Fear is an illusion, right? If you ever want to pursue this love, you're going to have to get over that. Hand it over. You could visualize yourself handing that fear over. Just going for it, man. Just go for it. The people around you will try to make you feel self-conscious if it is like the relationships that I was picking up on, these friendships, okay, these friendships, and I'm getting an ex. These friendships and an ex, they will try to attack you with anything that they believe that you fear. Anything and everything. Anything and everything. So that they can continue to have a firm foundation, because it's like you supply everything. Happiness. They know that you'll be stable and happy. They know that you will be stable and happy. Like, this is like a happy, fruitful relationship built on something strong, man. This will be like make you so happy. So obviously they'll try every trick in the book to try to diminish your thought of either yourself, what that other person will think of you, how the lives will come together. They'll try to do anything. And seeds of doubt, yeah, they're gathering to be able to do this. They'll be like, I'm getting brainstorm. They're trying to brainstorm, man. These winos. Emperor. Damn. They're trying to seem happy-go-lucky right now. They're trying to seem happy-go-lucky right now, but you know your truth, man. I see, like, see how the truth's in your hand? You know that these people had you miss out on opportunities and make you think the grass was greener, or like, I don't know what it is, but it's false, man. This is like false promises. This is like false happiness. Like they have all that talk, but it's just, they're opportunists. They don't have anything. They don't provide anything. No good ideas, no ambitions, no structure. Wow. I don't even really know what this reading's for. It seems like it's time to cut some people out, because it feels like it's outgrown. It feels like a completion of a lesson, and these people are just lingering at this point because they have some sort of agenda, and it keeps getting prolonged for some reason. And then you allowing these people to continuously be in your life is like more time to plot. I'm going to read some of the book because... Where did I put it? This fits perfectly. Self-sabotage comes from irrational fear. Sometimes our most sabotaging behaviors are really the result of a long-held and unexamined fear that we have about the world and ourselves. Perhaps it's the idea that you are unintelligent, unattractive, or disliked. Perhaps, maybe these are the tools that they're using against you to seed doubt. Maybe. That this person wouldn't like you, that this person would think that you're unattractive or unintelligent, okay? That's just not true. This person's very kind and they would forgive you. It's just this fear that you need to get over. Let's speak about it. Perhaps it is the idea of losing a job, taking an elevator, committing to a relationship. In other cases, it can be more abstract, such as the concept of someone coming to get you, violating your boundaries, getting caught, or being wrongly accused. These beliefs become attachment over time and allow that to be the source of a conversation instead of solidifying a wall. Right? That is not being open to receive. It isn't. It's being very closed off due to your own inability to get over that fear. Right? Why would you limit yourself like that? Why put a cap on yourself like that? These people, that's what they want you to do exactly. Do that so that healthy people can't come into you and we can continue to fester. Continue to reap everything you sow to them. They don't deserve it. It's undeserved. Okay, because if you close this chapter, you guys will both get what you deserve when it comes to relationships, and you'll get someone who actually is willing to grow with you because you wanted to grow and this person didn't. This person wanted to stunt your growth. So, as soon as you close that door, this won't happen to you anymore. These people are violating your boundaries in that sense, where they're all put up, except for towards them, because they want you to commit to them, unhealthy people. Okay? It's only a fear if you allow it to be. And you're allowing these people to have that over you. Beliefs become attachments over time. For most people, the abstract fear is really a representation of a legitimate fear. Because it would be too scary to actually dwell on the real fear. You project those feelings onto issues or circumstances that are less likely to occur. If the situation has an extremely low likelihood of becoming reality, it therefore becomes a safe thing to worry about. Because subconsciously we already know that it isn't going to happen. Therefore, we have an avenue to express our feelings without actually endangering ourselves. For example, if you are someone who is deeply afraid of being a passenger in a car, maybe your real fear is the loss of control, or the idea that someone else or something else is controlling your life. Perhaps the fear is of moving forward, And the moving car is simply a representation of that. If you are aware of the real issue, you could begin working to resolve it. Perhaps by identifying the ways you're giving up your power and being too passive. However, if you aren't aware of the real problem, you'll continue to spend your time trying to convince yourself to not be triggered and anxious while riding in the car and finding that it only gets worse. If you try to fix the problem on the surface, you will always come up against a wall. This is because you're trying to rip off a band-aid before you have a strategy to heal the wound. Have a good day, people. I'll see you tomorrow. You don't have to be that quiet, Mom. What are you looking for?